Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Bahashem, Rekakwadash, double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled, So Long, Tupac, the father of black culture. All right. What you are witnessing is Tupac inside of a tub. Okay, this is all symbolic imagery. All right, this is symbolic for Tupac letting the elite know that he has been compromised. He is willing to lead our people into sin via his music. All right, via his interviews, via his character. And also, Tupac was a bisexual, and the guy that took this photograph was gay. All right. This picture in the tub also is letting the elite know that Tupac is willing to receive and have sex. Now, the brown object that's around his waist is symbolic for as long as he continues to lead our people astray, then therefore he will get paid. Okay? In my opinion, Tupac is the father of black culture, hands down. I repeat, Tupac is the father of black culture, and this is my opinion. Black, according to the etymon, means what? Without light, without morals, without spirit. All right. Culture, according to the etymon, goes into the term colony, and colony means what? To cultivate, which means what? To develop. When you put this term together, hence black culture, it means what? To develop without light. Okay? To develop without light. And you're doing this to what people? The Israelites, so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans, based on the lineage of their fathers. To develop without morals, directing this towards the Israelites. To develop without spirit, directing this towards the Israelites via music. And we are looking at Exhibit A. Tupac. He promoted tattoos. Tupac promoted woman worship. Tupac promoted politics. Tupac promoted drug and alcohol use. Tupac promoted adultery. Tupac promoted genocide / gun violence. If you don't believe me, listen to his records. Watch his interviews. Okay? Tupac was nothing but an actor, bidding our people that believed in his way to death. Okay? He was nothing but a character that was compromised by Esau. Hey, this is Psalm 57 and verse 6. They have prepared a net. The day is referring to the nobility of Edom, the God of this world. And the reason why they received this power is from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Job 9 and 24. Okay. They have prepared a net for my steps. Net means what? According to the Hebrew 75:68, pronounced as Rashath, which means what? Of leaders leading people to sin. Okay? Tupac's music was to inspire our people to sin. And he was bought and paid for. All right? And you can't get around this picture, which is nothing but symbolic imagery to Tupac's submission. Okay? Of leaders leading people to sin. Hence Tupac. They have prepared a net for my steps. My soul is bowed down. They have digged a pit, referring to this system. And within this system, you have our so-called leaders that are bought and paid for, that have been compromised. They have digged a pit before me, into the midst whereof they are fallen themselves. Meaning what? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua will make their plan to backfire. Okay? Psalm 57 and verse 6, they have prepared a net for my steps. Keep in mind, so-called leaders leading our people into sin. Isaiah 9 and 16, for the leaders of this people cause them to err. Err means what? Sin. And sin leads into death. And they that are led of them are destroyed. Believing in what Tupac rapped about, okay, leads you into sin. And the consequence of sin is death. And therefore you are destroyed. Okay? Matthew 15 and 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. You can't get around that. If your leader has been compromised, he is blind. And therefore, his followers are blind because they are believing in what he is teaching through his demonstration, such as his actions and his behaviors. Okay, what was that song Tupac had? Nigga. When we ride on our enemies was another song. Blasphemy was another song. And the list goes on and on. And this nigga wasn't doing none of this shit. Do your research. Okay. Jeremiah 14 and 2. Judah mourneth, Judah, so-called Negroes, and the gates is a reflection of their leaders, their leadership, thereof language, meaning what? They have become weak. They are weakened. How so? Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression make a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Okay, and because of this gift, you no longer have morals. Your principles are compromised, and therefore you have received the agenda of Esau. Back in Jeremiah 14:2, they are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. So long, Tupac, the father of so-called black culture. Lord, will you edify? Shalom.